I don't know if it's just me, but I'm honestly astounded at the price of this car. The fact it only cost me... Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today you find me in a 1999 Porsche 911 996.1 Carrera 2. And it's actually my 996.1 Carrera 2 from 1999. I bought it a few weeks ago, and yeah, I'm going to tell you a little bit of story about that. So, I've never actually been a massive fan of the 996. Ooh, these potholes around here are awful. Yeah, never been a massive fan of the 996. I kind of dismissed it because of its sort of, fried egg headlights that everyone doesn't seem to like, and, it's kind of pretty rear end and ugly front end. But over the last few years, it's really grown on me. And especially this shape being the Carrera 2 that doesn't have the wide body and it's a narrow body, I feel like the silhouette is just classic Porsche and it's really aged well. Oh my God, these potholes. This one, or should I say my one, is lived a bit of a mixed life, I think. So I'm either the 9th or 10th owner, and I think some owners seem to have looked after it really, really well, and others have probably run it on a bit of a shoestring. It's done 140,000 miles, so it's by no means wet behind the ears. So a lot of you watching this are probably wondering, why the hell have you bought an old, high mileage, high owners 911 996? And the simple fact is, in November last year, I became a dad for the first time. And although that was the best day of my life, it also came with some consequences. One of which was getting rid of my daily and getting a sensible car. So that daily at the time was a 981 Cayman, and I loved it to absolute bits. But it's only got 2 seats, and it doesn't even have ISOFIX, so not the best car to transport a newborn in. Anyway, fast forward, the Cayman goes, and I'm sat there in my now incredibly efficient, incredibly comfy new daily, but I've just got this itch that needs scratching, and I well and truly caught the Porsche bug in the time that I had the 981. So the Cayman went, and my evenings became consumed not only by baby, but by Auto Trader, with me window shopping all sorts of unrealistic, unimaginable alternatives to the Cayman, whilst I had my fun dad daily, as it were. Anyway, recently some friends and I wanted to do a road trip this summer, and I just couldn't justify doing it in the dad daily. I'd be too miserable. So I set about looking for a fun, reasonably priced car that, if I wanted to, sort of... Sorry, I've gone down a road and I have no idea what it is. There's like these anti-speed bumps going on. So yeah, set about looking for a fun, reasonable car that, I could do the road trip in, have some fun in, and if at the end of the summer / the trip I wanted to get rid, I could do. Oh, this is ridiculous. What are these bumps? There was all sorts on the list, and I kept looking for quite a while. Then I came across this thing, and I still don't know how long it had been up, but given the price point, I can't imagine it had been long. But, oh my God, within 24 hours, I'd spoke to the guy, got a video of the car, asked him all sorts of questions. And yeah, within 24 hours, I was off to Halifax on the train to meet this guy. It's called Glenn. Oh my God, shout out Glenn. And yeah, I'd said to the missus I was going to view the car, because she questioned why I was going on the train and not driving there. But in reality, in my head, I was already coming home in it. It was being bought there and then. So, rocked up at the station. This guy Glenn was nice enough to pick me up, took me to the car. He'd had it about a year and a bit. I think he'd had it off a friend, something like that. But I had a look around. It looked in really good nick all round. There's a few issues, like a few marks and stuff. Sorry, but you'd kind of expect that, given it's done 140,000 miles and had near 10 owners. So I was kind of forgiving for the the cosmetic issues. The actual service history is a bit patchy, but I had a file like this big, so it kind of filled me with a little bit of confidence. So I was like, price point, let's buy it. Did the bank transfer, all good. Glenn left. getting myself acquainted with the car, just sat there. I was like, I need to insure it. Let's get that sorted. And I vividly remember looking at the insurance as I was doing it, because I'm with Admiral, and there's an option for breakdown cover. And normally I'm kind of like, oh, I'll just, whatever there is, I'll get it. And I specifically clicked on it going, look, you never know. See what happens. Should be fine. So that's all sorted. I set off and bong, the fuel gauge comes up. Totally understandable. Why would Glenn leave me a full tank of fuel? He's not going to. So went to the nearest Shell, put some fuel in it, and then I was like, oh, you know what? Let's give this thing a little wash. I think it'd been sat under a tree for a while, so it had a bit of bird matter all around it and whatnot. So decided to go to a jet wash nearby. Pulled up at the jet wash, scanned my phone to pay, and it was just out of order. Forget it, whatever. Let's drive home. You're in Halifax. You need to get home. Put the key in, and nothing. Took the key out. Put the key back in. Turned it. Nothing. Car was dead. Battery was totally flat. And at this point, it's probably about 7 o'clock on a weekday.
This is just a quick reminder, Edward, that you just bought your 996, took it 5 miles down the road, and it broke down. Yeah, dead. It's currently waiting for the AA, see what happens, see if they come out or not.
So I was like, fantastic. Rang Glenn. You know what? Absolute legend. He came out and he's had a Ford F-150. I think it was a Raptor, actually. It was a lovely car. And tried to jump start it. Normally I wouldn't recommend jump starting these kind of cars, but it didn't have a jump pack and needs must. Unfortunately, couldn't get it going, so I had to ring the AA using my Admiral breakdown cover that I'd probably had in place for about half an hour. And you know what? They took ages to come out, but they sorted it and I got home. So surprise, surprise, the old high mileage, high owner 911 has issues. Who'd have known? Probably everyone, including me, to be fair. But I think you'll forgive it when you realise how much I paid for it. So I paid for this £8,500. Now, I don't know if it's me, but I can't get over how much car for the money that is. £8,500. It was the cheapest one on Auto Trader at the time. I've had a look since then and nothing even comes close. You can get it for about 10,500, 11,000, whatever, but no way near 8.5K. So anyway, sorry for the incredibly long-winded story. The title of this video was, can you buy a cheap 911? And the simple answer is yes, you can. Should you? Questionable. If you do, it's probably going to have issues like mine, although I will forgive this one a little bit because although it does have its issues, and, spoiler alert, there are many, they're none of the big ones. It's had its IMS bearing done. There's no bore scoring. Any of the kind of big classic 996 issues aren't present on this one. And that's sort of the benefit with a really high mileage one is that, if it does have the bore scoring and the IMS issues, it wouldn't even get to this mileage because the engine wouldn't have gone bang. Sorry for the incredibly bumpy ride now and any clunking in the car. I'm going down what appears to be Mount Everest up in the Peak District. So, yeah, I'm going to go through everything that's wrong with this car in another video. So stay tuned for that. And I hope you like the video. There's probably going to be a lot more content on this going forward on the channel. So, any of you Porsche lovers, 996 lovers, whatever, get in the comments, tell me I'm an idiot, tell me I'm an idiot or whatever. And we'll go from there. Cheers, guys. So a lot of you, if not all of you, will be shouting at the camera right now. No, they won't, because it's not a camera, is it, you mong?